know this is a project you'll like. Today's Monday, and I know you'll like it because it's quick, it's simple, it's flattering, it's all of those things. And that's always what we want when we do a garment, I think. So I want to walk you through the steps. And some of these, we're going to call it this, I don't know, we'll come up with a name. But anyway, everybody's on vacation is really what's happened here. And so that's why we didn't do the webcast. Y'all could be with your family for fireworks, etc., etc. But anyway, I'm using pattern 195 as a base, and the top that I'm going to make is the top I have on. I love it, and I saw it in the stores, and I thought this is one we don't have a pattern for, and we don't need a pattern for. We've got all the background work, and it'll take you probably 20 minutes to make the pattern. It'll take you about another 20 minutes to make the top. It's all quick and easy. So we're going to start with pattern 195, and I have 3 pieces. I have the front, the back, and the sleeve. I'm going to take the front and I'm going to duplicate it, which is what I've done here. And what I did on mine is I wanted to make it a kimono sleeve. So I'm going to kind of show you again what I've done, and that is you fold the sleeve in half, you overlap the seam allowances at the shoulder, and then you pivot this at the bottom. You don't pivot it open too much because then you're adding circumference at the bust. I've had lots and lots of questions on this, which is why I'm kind of reviewing it. You said it looks easy. I mean, I got one comment that said it looks easy, but when they go to do it, it's not easy. It is easy. Keep it easy. The seam allowances are overlapped here, and then you can just leave a little bit of a gap here. And so underneath, you can see that there's the front that I traced. There's my sleeve. You can see underneath. You can decide how long you want the sleeve to be. That's style. All right, and then I take that away and it leaves me with this. So what I did here is I doubled it, exactly the same both sides, and then I cut down into 2 pieces. So you can see that the part is this fabric here, and then pick up a solid over here. It doesn't matter what fabric you're using. I mean, I love this fabric, but then just pick up a solid counterpart to it, and I would go darker as opposed to lighter. Lighter will make you look wider, darker will make you look thinner. That's just the way it is. So if you're a little teeny tiny and you want to look a little bit bigger, then, you know, go with the lighter. All right, so choices as to where to put this line is 3.5 inches from center front or less. The reason I chose it to be right there is because if you notice, it goes all the way to my shoulder, to the neck edge, all the way, the highest it can go to the shoulder seam, which is up here. And then it comes down and doesn't go over the bust point. If you get it 4 inches or wider into the shoulder area, you're going to go through the dart, you're going to go through the bust point. So the reason I chose this, while it's still a design line, it's simply because it was easy and simple and, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so then I decided to do this the print, and I did this the black. That's the front. The back is the same thing. Here you can see where I've copied the pattern. Copy, copy, copy. I did my sleeve. Same thing. Overlap seam allowances. Make them the same length. Doubled it. And then again, I wanted to separate it in the same exact place. And why the same exact place? Because I want the front and the back to match at the shoulder seam when I sew them together. Okay? Okay. So having said that, that's it. That's all there is to it. However, having said that, I want to show you something that you need to be careful of. So if you notice, this is the front of the pattern. And when you're laying this out in this particular case, because you're cutting asymmetric and because you're cutting it, you know, normally when you cut fabric, when we cut fabric, we cut right sides together. We cut 2 layers, and it doesn't matter which goes on which side. We need 2 layers. So the right side goes on the appropriate side. In this case, I'm only cutting one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. And so to cut it on the right side of the fabric up is important in order to get the blacks on this side and the prints on this side. So I've got to cut it right on the fabric. So what I'm going to tell you to do is to mark your pattern. Obviously, this is the way this goes, and so be very careful that this goes like this. So it's actually, this side has to be up, not that side. so that this side, the side that's up, will sew to the side. And I would go through and actually put them together. So that has to be the right side, and put a marking on it, right side, and put a marking on it, right side. So that when you go to the fabric, you don't accidentally get it to the wrong side. Same with these. This is the right side, this is the right side. Make sure those two sides are marked back. And I just put back up, front up. So that's just any, communication to yourself that those are the sides that need to go up. So there's 8 seams. I've got 1 French dart, 2 French dart, and then 3 joining these together. Whenever you cut them apart, be sure to add seam allowance, just enough to get them back together. I'm not changing the fit. Then, so I've got 3, 4, I had to sew the back together, 5 shoulder, 6 shoulder, 7 side seam, 8 side seam. You got 8 seams. It's really fast. The shirt I saw that was like this had no finishes. So I did no finishes at all. I just left it. I love it. I just really like it. First off, it's 100% cotton. It's comfortable. It's just really fun. The last thing I did is I changed the neckline because I wanted it to be a little bit looser. So I went in and I put the new neckline. I did 16 at the neck and I drew down to the front. So I just lowered it, cut it off. I did not change the width of it at all. You obviously could do that. That's all styling. How long your sleeve is, how long the top is. I added length to the top and I added length to the sleeve. So all I wanted you to do is have a really fun project that was a little bit of pattern work, because the feedback I'm getting is that you love the pattern work. It's not complex, it's not hard, but that you really enjoy kind of having all these variables. And I think that when we do have these variables, we just really enjoy what we sew. So for all of you, happy 4th. See, I made a red, white, and blue top. This is my 4th top, my 4th of July top. And happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.